Well, if there was such a thing as a good day to lose an alternator, today did not qualify. It was 40 degrees, pouring down rain, and my battery was going dead, and lights were going out. But we made it home, got the alternator put in. Didn't film any of that. That was a headache. Had to take the engine loose, jack the motor up, and to get the one bolt out. But hopefully that remanufactured alternator is good, because I don't want to do that again anytime soon. So Alright, this concludes the work portion of today's video. It's Saturday and we don't have a Sunday video yet. As usual, we are behind. Who knows what we're getting to next. Alright, this is not our typical paint video. Not a lot of instructions. There's more details, some other videos that we've done, but this is Cody's car, or Cody's truck. We did a video on Cody's car. Very similar paint job. Changing it up a little bit. I've got his logo on there because he started his channel again. And we're going to put ours on the trunk. We're using Tamiya spray cans on the white. Simply because I don't want the colors to bleed through. It's risky. I've said that several times. It's risky to put dark colors over light, even when backing it when using water-based paint, because for some reason, I don't know if everybody has the issue, but sometimes it will bleed into itself eventually over time. So I go with the spray can on my solid whites. And normally I'll back it with a gray that we just mix black and white together. I keep a bottle of it floating around here somewhere. It's just black and white mixed together. But on this one we use spray cans. So we put a PS12 on the back of it to back the white up. And trying to show you that you can do this same paint scheme with spray cans. We will revert to the airbrush on some of the colors because I just don't have enough colors to do the body. But we are going to mix it up a little bit since this is Cody's car. We're not going to go all guru green. We're going to do some blues in it. He is a Yamaha man, so we're going to do some blues, and I think he'll like it. So stay tuned from here on out until we finish this thing. All right, we pulled out everything that's going to be blue. We pulled out his logo on the hood and the lower stripe and the nose stripe. And we're going to spray that with my PS16. Again, we're going to try to utilize as much spray can as we can in this body, just to show you that you can achieve a professional paint job with spray cans. I don't call myself a professional, but to say I got a lot of experience. It's been a minute since I've started painting bodies. Still nowhere near some of these other guys, but we do what we do. Now backing that white with the silver should protect us from the blue showing through the white, so fingers crossed this works. So far so good. Looks pretty cool. I think we're going to outline this with our blue that we see we use in a lot of videos, our old Richard Petty blue, sort of. That's the only thing we probably won't be using a spray can on because I don't have that in the can. I think all the outlines need to be the bright blue. I didn't pull his logo off the fender or the quarter panel just because it still has this masking tape in the way. And if I do that, yeah, I'm going to have to come back and do that afterwards. So I'll have to go back and forth a little bit. We'll let that dry. We'll come back and put another coat on, and we'll probably back it also with the PS12 just to make sure it's covered. And the PS12 should brighten it up a little bit as well, give it a little more sparkle. That is a metallic blue, and it's going to look pretty cool, I think. So let's get that dry and start on the next one. All right, for our next color, and again, combining steps, we got to back the blue with silver. I think this stripe here would look cool in silver. So we're going to use the Traxxas Pro Graphics Metallic Silver. Yeah, metallic silver. This has got a lot of sparkle to it. It's got a lot of, I wouldn't say flake, but it's kind of flaky. I put 3 light coats of this blue on there. It'll probably take a couple of these, and I may have to back it with this PS12 because this is very metallic, and being very metallic, it's pretty transparent. So we may have to back it with that straight silver there. All right, we're going to follow that same procedure, just 3 really light coats. As you can see, it brightened up that blue quite a bit. And that is a very, it's got condensation. Cool. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of coats of this to get it covered. And like I said, we may back it up, but this is more of like a pearl silver, and it's got a little more coverage. So we may back up the sparkly silver with this. Let me get this dry. Then we'll start to, I guess the next step would be to do the pinstripes, because we got to get the pinstripes off before we start doing the logo on the bed sides, and we got to get the pinstripes off before we do the numbers. The hood is going to be outlined the same as the pinstripe. The name is going to be in white, and then we'll do his handle in white with the red play button. So stay tuned for all that. All right, we got all of our masking that's going to be light blue peeled off around the logo on the hood. We're going to have to jump back and forth on this logo on the bed because of the metallic blue goes in before we do the main letters. We're going to do the letters in white. And yeah, the light blue is going to intersect with some of the number, but it's so fine, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think you'll still be able to distinguish the 2 stripes between the numbers. Again, if I would have, I think I've said this in an earlier video, if I would have double outlined the numbers, I could have put a barrier, like a black pinstripe around that, and then we'd have a break between the blues. But I think it'll be okay. Like I said, it's so fine, it'll be all right. And again, this is not necessary for airbrush. The only reason why I'm using airbrush now is because of the color. I don't have one in a spray can that I could use. So let's get the spray in that. It shouldn't take but 1 or 2 coats of this blue. It covers really good. And yeah, then we'll be well on our way. This logo is pretty tricky to peel out. So hopefully that works out. Struggled a little bit getting that one out. So stay tuned. All right, there's our 1 coat of blue. You can already see it. The purple numbers don't look too bad on there, but we're not leaving them purple. We're going black numbers and white letters on the name. Black bed with our logo on the bed. So let me get this dry. We'll get 1 more coat on, and then we'll come back and we'll start doing these logos and get them wrapped up. And the last thing will be the bed and the numbers. All right, we got all the masking pulled off. That's going to be black. I went ahead and trimmed the windows. Just kind of done that by hand. Got our logo in the bed. We're going to do the bed black. And then we're going to do our logo pretty basic. Just going to do it white with the red play button. And then we'll come back and do the red play button on the hood. All the logos on the truck will be white. So we're going to combine steps. So we're going to spray the black. We'll go ahead and spot in our little red dots. And then we'll back it with white. And then we're done. All right, continuing with the spray can theme, we're going to use the Traxxas Pro Graphics Black. And we're going to spray can this color in. Again, the only reason why we had to use the airbrush was for the blue, because we just didn't have a shade of blue for the pinstripes. This Traxxas paint does spray a little different than the typical spray paint. It sprays really fine, but it kind of sprays in a circle pattern. Kind of hard to explain, but it breaks it up really fine. I think it's I think the nozzle may be designed so you don't just stack the paint up on there, so you can't really do it unless you just absolutely try to. So there's 1 coat, looking pretty cool. Let's get this dry. nothing else to see here. We'll get this dry. We'll peel this off and we'll get our buttons painted and then wrap this thing up and call it a night. All right, we got all of our black on. It's dry. We peeled out our play buttons and continuing on with the spray can theme, we are doing PS2, bright red. Red. It doesn't say bright, it's just red. But PS2 red for our play button. And then we'll back that up with white and we are donezo. That's really all it needs right there. Little spritzy spritz. There's our play button and our play button. The one on the hood's complete because the white's already there, so we got to pull our little triangle out. We're going to let this dry. We're going to pull the purple out, spray our last coat, and we'll do the unveil. All right, we're all wrapped up. We got the white on there. We got the logos. We got ours on the bed. So we're still a team. And we have the team paint scheme. And as usual, the most satisfying part of painting a body is peeling this film off and revealing all of your hard work. Kapowie, check that out. I really like that blue. That's a pretty cool logo on the hood. Go check out his channel. This body was painted with 99% spray cans, as you've seen. Again, the only reason why we used the light blue and airbrush is because we didn't have a light blue and a spray can today. But that is a easily achievable paint job. And it is not my last paint job, but it is the last one for the old computer. It has finally died. I had a struggle for like probably 2 hours to at least get these cut out today. And it's not worth it anymore. So it has forced my hand to get used to using the Cricut. So I will be practicing with that this week. The next paint job is going to be on the VRD, which will not require any logos or anything. So it'll be done, all the graphics and stuff done by hand. But that is the last body out of the old machine, I believe. Unless something changes, but no, I think it's dead. Anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate you coming back. Yes, just another paint video, but this video was done in one day as usual. Had a busy week. I didn't have much time to get out here in the shop. This is probably the only well, I come out here Friday night and tonight, and that was it. Hadn't had a chance to get out here. Been super busy at work, and as you've seen, we worked a half a day at work today. But anyways, I'm not going to babble on. Stay tuned for next week. More lowrider stuff. We got to get this body mounted so we can get some paint on this thing. Got to build some kind of body mount system. So stay tuned for that. We got the underglow for the my truck. We got to chop it up and install it. And only about 5-6 weeks for the show. And we are taking these with us. I'll have the other mini truck that the little Mazda will be going with us too. But stay tuned for more mini truck stuff, maybe Wednesday. And shooting for a running video. I was trying to do a running video with my 2 trucks, but maybe we'll hold off until the Blazer's done, and we'll do them all 3 together and do like a little mini swap meet or a little truck meet. And that'll be pretty cool. But anyways, spray can special. Check it out. See you Wednesday. Thanks.